Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I am going to share with you another Starbucks coffee hack. We are going to make cold foam iced espresso, but typical of my channel, I am going to give you options if you don't have an espresso machine. So today it is going to be cold foam iced coffee 3 different ways. One is using a French press. I think that it is quite popular. Many of you are using French press to brew your coffee, so I have one for you too. And another one is using instant coffee. And of course the third one is the original cold foam iced espresso. Cold foam iced espresso, what is it exactly? Well, it is like americano with a bit of cold foam on top. For those that love americano, you might wish to give it a try. Just balance the acidity or the slight bitterness of the coffee with cold foam. For my coffee, I am going to use my honey roast coffee beans. I'm going to use the same for my espresso and for my French press brew. For this recipe, I am going to make it completely sugar-free. Americano drinkers, they don't really like it to be sweetened, but for those that like to have it a little bit sweet, then you can add some sugar syrup. If you don't know how to make this yet, do check out my link above. You can make your own homemade sugar syrup, very easy to make. For the milk, I'm going to use full cream milk. You can also use non-fat, you can use non-dairy, whatever milk of your choice. What do we need to make these drinks? Well, we need our French press, we need our shaker, we need a frothing pitcher, and of course our frother. Now, we need a very, very thick milk foam. That's why I would recommend that you use an electric milk frother as opposed to a battery operated one. You'd really like to get the texture right. And of course we need other things like our milk foam scoop. This is to scoop the milk foam onto our cups or glasses. And really that's about it. And we need our grinder and our espresso machine, and we are ready to go. I'm going to start by brewing my French press coffee because this will take about 4 minutes to brew. I will use the proportion which is 1 part coffee to 10 parts water. I'd like to come up with about 100 milliliters of brewed coffee, so I'm going to use 15 grams of coffee beans to 150 milliliters of hot water. For those that are using a similar grinder that I have here, I've set it to about 35 because I'm looking for coarse ground coffee. 15 grams of coarse ground coffee and 5 ounces or 150 milliliters of hot water. Stir and steep for 4 minutes. 4 minutes is up and my French press brew is finished. Have a look at that beautiful crema on top. Now let's see how much is the yield. So we started with 150 milliliters of water in my French press and the yield is about 90 to 100. What I'm going to do is to bring it up to 150 milliliters. Just add water. And this is now my French press brew. Let's put it aside for now and I'm going to assemble them at the same time later. Now let's make our second cup, and this time the one using instant coffee. So note that I'm using a clip sealer here. It really makes it airtight, and so it will prevent your coffee granules from hardening. So I need 2 teaspoons of my instant coffee. Always remember to keep it sealed airtight. And I'm going to add into this just about 2 ounces of hot water. Stir. So this is my instant coffee. It actually smells quite good, I must say. And it's also got that crema there. I'm also going to fill this up to 5 ounces or 150 milliliters, just right there. And now this is my black coffee using instant coffee. And for my final drink, it is my espresso. I've got my 2 shots of espresso here into my cup. You can also pull it straight into your larger measuring cup. And then I'm going to fill this once again to 150 ml, which is plain water. Okay, so this is now my espresso. This is my French press brew, and this is my instant coffee. It is time to assemble them into our glasses of 16 ounces. Let's make our cold foam. Into a chilled pitcher, fill to 1/3 full. Froth until the milk doubles in size and the texture is foamy. I'm going to pop this in the fridge to stabilize the foam. I'm going to start by making my original Starbucks coffee hack, which is iced espresso shaken, and then add our cold foam on top. What we need to do here is to fill your shaker, not a lot, just a little bit, and the purpose of this is to make our espresso cooler. Okay, you want it to be refreshing. Okay, so just a little bit of ice there. Give it a good shake. Because there's not a lot of ice there, the ice will be melted by the time you finish shaking. Okay, now it's time to assemble them into our cup. So what you need to do here is to fill your glass with ice. Scoop up your milk foam. Pour the shaken espresso over. Pour in the middle of the glass, then cover the stain with more cold foam. For our instant coffee, I'm not going to use the shaker, so I'm just going to put ice into my glass here. Fill the glass with ice, about 1/3 full. Pour the instant coffee over. And finish it off with cold foam. Next, it is our cold foam using French press brew. This time, I'm going to shake the coffee as well. Put a bit of ice in the shaker. Shake well until the ice is fully melted. Fill the serving cup with ice. Place the cold foam on top. Pour the shaken coffee over. Cover the stain with more cold foam. I'm going to fill up my earlier glasses with more milk foam as they have somewhat subsided whilst I was making my other drinks. And we have our cold foam iced coffee 3 ways. This should be perfect for the summer. Some of you might wish to make the cold foam sweeter, so you can add vanilla whilst you make your milk foam. So it could be vanilla cold foam iced coffee. How are you supposed to drink cold foam iced espresso? I suppose you can have it however you'd like to. I'm going to stir it, or maybe just sip through the milk foam. Yeah, it is quite refreshing, I must say. This is my cold foam iced instant coffee. Without sugar, it tastes a little bit bitter and sour, so I suggest that you add sugar before you serve it. And also now for my French press brew. I like this. It's really smooth. It's quite mild because, well, it's not as strong as the espresso. And I must say, among the 3, this is my favorite. You can also use the same recipe for cold brew, cold foam, cold brew coffee. There you go. Well, that's all I would like to share with you today. If you have any questions about these recipes, do let me know. Also, don't forget to click that subscribe button, like, comment, and share the love. I'll see you again next time. Take care, stay tuned, stay cool. Thank you for watching. Ciao for now.